Our service is now beginning. I'm Marjorie Mikeles, and I'm glad to welcome you here today. Is the mic on?
No. Please speak closer to the mic.
I'm Marjorie Mikeles, and I'm glad to welcome you here today. I feel very blessed to be here with you, and a special welcome to our friends on Zoom. Everyone, please have your cell phones muted and take a few slow, deep breaths. Settle comfortably into your seat and prepare for our sacred hour together. Please join the choir in singing number 154 in the Rise Up Singing Book. Oh, what a beautiful morning. And it sure is. It's the full cold moon tonight, and after the rains, it is a beautiful morning, isn't it? So we'll join together. Golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's thigh, and it looks like it's climbing way up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. All the cattle are standing like statues. All the cattle are standing like statues. They don't turn their heads as they see me ride by. But a little brown maverick is winking her eye. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. All the sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music. The breeze is so busy and don't miss a tree. And an old weeping willow is laughing at me. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful day. Thank you, everyone. That was beautiful. Welcome, everyone, to the Berkeley Fellowship of Unitarian Universalists. We are part of a free religious tradition that honors the loving heart, the open mind, and growing together with the beloved community. Our fellowship stands on land that is today called Berkeley, California, located in the stolen territory of the Ohlone people, We honor them today and always for their wisdom and resilience. One quick note, please do not record any part of this service. BFUU records it, and the sermons are posted on the website. And now, Reverend Carrie will bring us to the opening words.
I don't know where prayers go or what they do. Do cats pray while they sleep, half asleep in the sun? Does the opossum pray as it crosses the street? The sunflowers? The old black oak growing older every year? I know I can walk through the world, along the shore or under the trees, with my mind filled with things of little importance, in full self-attendance, a condition I can't really call being alive. Is a prayer a gift or a petition, or does it matter? The sunflowers blaze. Maybe that's their way. Maybe the cats are sound asleep. Maybe not. While I was thinking this, I happened to be standing just outside my door with my notebook open, which is the way I begin every morning. Then a wren in the privet began to sing. He was positively drenched with enthusiasm. I don't know why, and yet, why not? I would not persuade you from whatever you believe or whatever you don't. That's your business. But I thought of the wrens singing. What could this be if it isn't a prayer? So I just listened, my pen in the air. Blessings today.
Now it's time for the chalice lighting. Please light your own chalice or candles at home now, while we light the communal chalice for all of us, a symbol of our tradition and the spirit that lives within every one of us. Please read with me our unison chalice lighting. Of the congregation and service its goal. This is our living covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truths in life, and to help one another. We light our red candle to mourn Black lives taken by police and state violence, to proclaim that Black lives matter, and to express our commitment to Black liberation, reparations, and the end of slave capitalism. The wonderful Brett Torres will share a song with us.
The master carver, King, made a bell stand of precious wood. When it was finished, all who saw it were astounded. They said, "It must be the work of spirits." The Prince of Lu said to the master carver, "What is your secret?" King replied, "I am only a workman. I have no secret. There's only this. When I began to think about the work you commanded, I guarded my spirit, did not expend it on trifles that were not to the point. I fasted in order to set my heart at rest. After 3 days fasting, I had forgotten gain and success. After 5 days, I had forgotten praise or criticism. After 7 days, I had forgotten my body with all its limbs. By this time, all thought of your highness and of the court had faded away. All that might distract me from the work had vanished. I was collected in the single thought of the bell stand. Then I went to the forest to see the trees in their natural state. When the right tree appeared before my eyes, the bell stand also appeared in it, clearly beyond doubt. All I had to do was to put forth my hand and begin. If I had not met this particular tree, there would have been no bell stand at all. What happened? My own collected thought encountered the hidden potential in the wood. From this live encounter came the work which you ascribe to the spirits. And with that, we'll turn to our responsive reading.
Please turn to page 530 in the Gray Book so we can read the responsive reading. Out of the stars in their flight, out of the dust of eternity, here have we come. Stardust and sunlight mingling through time and through space.
Out of the stars have we come, up from time. Out of the stars have we come.
Time out of time before time in the vastness of space, Earth spun to orbit the sun. Earth with the thunder of mountains newborn, the boiling of seas.
Earth warmed by sun, lit by sunlight, this is our home. Out of the stars have we come.
Mystery hidden in mystery, back through all time. Mystery rising from rocks in the storm and the sea.
Out of the stars, rising from rocks and the sea, kindled by sunlight on earth, arose life.
Ponder this thing in your heart. Ponder with awe. Out of the sea to the land, out of the shallows came ferns.
Out of the sea to the land, up from darkness to light, rising to walk and to fly, out of the sea trembled life.
Ponder this thing in your heart. Life up from sea, eyes to behold, throats to sing, and mates to love.
Life from the sea, warmed by sun, washed by rain, life from within, giving birth, rose to love.
This is the wonder of time. This is the marvel of space. Out of stars swung the earth. Life upon earth rose to love.
This is the marvel of life, rising to see and to know. Out of your heart, cry wonder, sing, and we live.
Look how a mirror will reflect with perfect equanimity all actions before it. There's no act in this world that will ever cause the mirror to look away. There's no act in this world that will ever make the mirror say no. The mirror, like perfect love, will just keep giving of itself to all before it. How did the mirror ever get like that, so polite, so grand, so compassionate? It watched God. Yes, the mirror remembers the beloved looking into itself as the beloved shaped the heart of existence and the mirror's soul. This day, this moment, as we rest in silence, let us reach for that consciousness that leaves us compassionate and giving as we touch the past and future within ourselves. And now, let us return to our meeting together as we share our joys and sorrows.
The rituals of joys and sorrows is a time for each of us to share what is in our hearts this week and ask for community prayers and support. Each week, we lay out a book to your left in which you are welcome to write in your joys and sorrows, and we share those with the community. I will read those now. Thankful for all who are rescuing stolen dogs everywhere. The birth of my new niece, Circe Socorre Shadona. My pet cat, Zonas, to run around a lot. Sending light and love to my sister Laura, who is struggling. Thanks to Tom Luce and all those apartheid-free communities and others who helped persuade the Alameda County Board of Supervisors to vote unanimously to divest from Caterpillar $32 million. And it's the first county and the largest municipality anywhere that has done this. And to develop ethical investment policies that prohibits county funds from being invested in companies that facilitate serious human rights violations. That is a big monument right here. Okay, done by a lot of you. And we thank the treasurer, Hank Levy, and the board for that. Send some positive energy to Christine tomorrow afternoon. Thank you. I'd also like to pray for Leslie Angeline, who is fasting. She's into the 20s right now to try to get her congressional representative to vote for ceasefire and to stop arming Israel. And so I'd like to pray for her as well. Okay. Ben Birch says, wishing the people of Syria a peaceful time and a democratic future after more than a decade of unimaginable suffering. Now is the time to say aloud the names of anyone we want to send support and loving energy to. So it's your time to express that.
Palestinian children.
Palestinian children. Healing in this country.
People of Ethiopia and Sudan.
Folks on the street.
My wonderful new kitten, Bante Sabota, who I named after my Buddhist teacher. She gives me kisses all the time. It's my joy. She's there for me 24/7.
Now we move on to the silent part of our morning ritual. It's the healing ritual with water and stones. For anything that is in our hearts that we wish to bring into the community but is perhaps too sensitive to speak aloud, we have a symbolic action that you can take. You can walk down the center aisle, choose a stone or stones, and immerse it in the water, which represents our community. for all that we have shared and for all that we will share in our ongoing lives together. May we be grateful. Margaret, would you lead us in our meta meditation?
Do you want to play with me, Brett?
What key is it in?
I don't care. May I be saved, may I be well, may I know your joy, may I be free,
May you be safe. May you be well. May you know joy. May you be free. May they be safe. May they be well. May they know joy. May they be free. May all be safe. May all be well. May all know joy. May all be free. Thank you for that Buddhist tradition meditation. Now let's join the choir in singing. Please note it's 126. Come thou fount of every blessing. From the gray hymnal. It says 125.
Come thou fount of every blessing, tune our hearts to sing thy grace. Streams of mercy never ceasing, call for songs of loudest praise. Oh, the hope of life's perfection fills our hearts with joy and love. Teach us ever to be faithful. May we still thy goodness prove. Come thou fount of every vision, lift our eyes to what may come. See the lion and the young lamb dwell together in thy home. Hear the cries of mournful silence, feel our love glow like the sun. When we all serve one another, then our heaven is begun. Come thou fount of inspiration, turn our eyes to higher ways. Lift our gloom and desperation, show the promise of this day. Help us find ourselves in union, help our hands tell of our love. With thine aid, O fount of justice, earth be fair as heaven above.
Thank you for that wonderful song. I'm going to do a short reading. May we be reminded here of our highest aspirations and inspired to bring our gifts of love and service to the altar of humanity. May we know once again that we are not isolated beings, but connected in mystery and miracle to the universe, to this community, and to each other. Now is the time when we share our responsibility for the home which we are creating together. Our shared plate partner for December is the ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union. It has many goals, including opposing the death penalty, supporting reproductive rights, and eliminating discrimination. The ACLU works to eliminate discrimination against women, minorities, and LGBT people. Please give generously to support BFUU and our shared plate partner, the ACLU. The offertory will be Into the Light by Tom Rudderow. Thank you, Tom.
So yeah, this is a song that I wrote with a couple dozen youth in Foucault, the Unitarian Church in downtown Oakland, and it was a song of solstice, winter solstice. So join me on the chorus. It was supposed to be in the program, but it's not. But it goes like this. Seasons, they will come and go, morn turned into night, celebrating solstice, come into the light. Seasons, they will come and go. Try it with me. Seasons, they will come and go, morn turned into night, celebrating solstice, come into the light. Thank you, I'm so happy. Thank you, I feel loved. Coming out of darkness, welcome sun above. Sadness into fantasy, pouring down like rain. Winter sun returning, dry up all the pain. Here we go. Seasons, they will come and go, morn turned into night, celebrating solstice, come into the light. Life flows in a spiral, circling round and round. Moonlight will inspire all, dancing on the ground. Daytime becomes longer, darkness starts to wane. Bonds become stronger, bringing joy again. Seasons, they will come and go, morn turned into night, celebrating solstice, come into the light. Come on, Brad. Seasons, they will come and go, morn turned into night, celebrating solstice, come into the light. Dancing round the fire, voices to the moon, lifting our hands high, singing solstice tunes. To love we aspire, with love we commune. With love we inspire, turning night to noon. Joined around fierce fire, day is coming soon. What the heck? One more tune. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Seasons, they will come and go, morn turned into night, celebrating solstice, come into the light. All right. Thanks, Brett.
Let us dedicate our offerings. Please read along with me from the order of service. To the work of this fellowship, which is creating beloved community within and beyond these walls, we dedicate ourselves, and these are offerings. We are joined today on Zoom by Ben Birch and Joanna. Everyone, we welcome our Zoom attendees. Yes. Please join the choir in singing hymn 331 from the Gray Hymnal. Life is the greatest gift of all. To announce you, don't I? Just skip that. Yes.
Life is the greatest gift of all, the richest on this earth. Life and its creatures, great and small, of high and lowly birth. So treasure it and measure it with deeds of shining worth. Might is the brightest gift of all, its thought no barrier mars. It sees creation's hidden plan, its quests and mounts all bars. It rains the wind, it chains the storm, it weighs the round of stars. We are of life and its shining gifts, the measure of all things. Up from the dust our temples lift, our vision soars on wings. For seed and root, for flower and fruit, our grateful spirit sings.
Thank you, choir. Rev.Dr. Knowles describes herself as a recovering psychologist and recovering attorney who graduated from Star King in 2011 and was ordained to the UU ministry in 2013. Along with providing pastoral care at BFUU and preaching at Bay Area churches as a guest speaker, she writes poetry, short stories, and is working on a memoir.
And a sermon.
Thank you.
What is consciousness? Where does consciousness begin? And where does it end? Well, for starters, let's consider ourselves. Are you and I conscious? I'm not asking if your thoughts are centered on being here today. But let's say you decided to rise up this morning and you debated what to wear. You considered what to eat for breakfast and made a decision. You checked your clock or watch to find out when to leave home. You imagined perhaps how long it would take you to get to the church and how you'd be traveling. You remember all these thoughts and acts. You know you're here now. You feel the touch of the chair you sit on, and likely you've talked to someone. You hear what's happening. You also have plans about where you'll go when you leave this fellowship hall and what you'll be doing. And what you'll be doing and what you'll be avoiding, and perhaps your plans through the week or longer. And you'll be remembering the other people and places you'll be seeing. And along with all these decisions, as part of them, you've had feelings, seeing or hoping to see the people you care for, responding to the weather, the sky, the sun, the trees with their autumn leaves, with pleasure or disappointment or surprise. And all of this is part of consciousness. Yes, we humans have a brain and a nervous system that receives basic information by way of vision and hearing and touch and smell and taste and physical activity as we move through our world. But all of this comes to us woven together with our feelings of pleasure, sorrow, suffering, shame, disappointment, love, humor, taste, despair, and hope. We have memories and recognitions, expectations and intentions, decisions and changes of decision. What's remarkable about consciousness is that over decades, science has never been able to locate some nerve cells, some specific portion of the brain where consciousness is active and brings together all these internal processes. We can lose consciousness under an anesthetic or in an accident, and consciousness may be altered by drugs or the disasters of cognitive disorders, but it remains a mystery for us in 2024. That mystery may have led us for centuries to believe that only humans have consciousness. All other living animals, we asserted in the old days, behaved mechanically with reflexes, with only stimuli and responses. But over time, we've realized that fish of the sea and birds of the air and animals who walk the earth are all living creatures with consciousness, with intelligence that's active in all they do. They have memory of past actions and relationships. They choose and take on social activities. They plan for their future engagement with objects out in the world. They fear danger. They fall in love, and they raise their young. And we've finally changed our view of animals and opened our hearts to compassion in our treatment of other species. Yet, we still believed that consciousness had its place in some specific area of the nervous system that would be found someday. That view was overturned most recently in the study of the lives of plants. Plants are living matter, but their bodies have no brains, no nerves. We now know that electrical activities are identified in living plants throughout their bodies that can be measured with sensors. The sensor is attached to a single leaf of a plant's foliage. It detects its changes in the environment that the plant notices and reacts to in the form of electrical activity. For example, the device records to changes in activity if a person walks past the plant. If the plant is too dry and needs water. If the plant notices temperature changes, or if it's experiencing the threat of pests. What we've learned is that plants can hear what's going on around them and the significance of that sound. They can feel touch and know its effect on them. They can communicate in different ways with plants of their own species and with plants of unrelated species and the fungi around them. Just one example, we now know that plants like tomatoes and corn and cotton all sample the saliva of a caterpillar that's eating them. And then they use that information to generate the exact chemical compounds needed to summon parasitic wasps. These wasps will come to enjoy the compounds and inject their eggs into the caterpillar. Then the wasp's larvae hatch and they eat up the caterpillar from inside out. Well, the capacity for consciousness is true as well for fungi. The fungi reached out to join algae from the ocean's shores to become the plants that now can live on the land of planet Earth. The relationship between fungi and plants began about 400 million years ago. Like plants, fungi have no brains or nervous systems and no visual or auditory organs. But they too have bodies that maintain electrical impulses. They can see and hear and act meaningfully in the world around them. They recognize where they are. They recognize living things and enter into relationships with them. The plant and the fungus perceive each other at a distance before they make their physical contact. Fungi are physically associated with the roots of more than 90% of all plant species, including trees of the forest on Earth, wild grasses, and many crops. They improve the nutrition of their host plants. They trace the way to water. They support growth and disease resistance. In exchange, the host plant is essential for the growth and reproduction of fungi. Well, perhaps once we thought consciousness was then only possible for living things. That thought has now been overturned. Once physicists built quantum mechanics to understand the atom, they found that their theory intimately connects consciousness with the physical world. Every interpretation of quantum physics encounters consciousness. Atoms are made up of small particles called protons and neutrons and electrons. Well, the extraordinary findings of quantum physics are that protons and electrons will appear either as particle or wave, depending on whether they're being observed by a human observer. If they're being observed, they'll show up as particles. If they're left to themselves, they will be waves. Not surprisingly, Albert Einstein called this description spooky behavior, but science has now confirmed that spooky behavior over and over. These particles of matter are responding to the presence of human observers. Once again, the behavior of elements of atoms, the actions of protons and electrons, are related to some form of consciousness. Another mysterious finding involves entanglement. Two particles that, like electrons, have been in close touch with each other, and they have opposite spins. One will have the spin that's positive, the other will have a negative spin. If the two electrons are then separated, where one particle remains in its original place on Earth, and the other electron is sent off to a satellite, and if then the charge is changed from positive to negative for that electron that's back on Earth, the electron out at the satellite will instantly change its negative to the positive spin. Once entangled, it seems, these particles reach out to each other no matter their distance, no matter the passage of time. An old-fashioned way of describing this effect, of course, is consciousness, perhaps shared consciousness. So, consciousness in some form seems to be involved in the actions of living beings, including all animals, plants, and fungi, as well as the behavior of particles of matter that are not engaged with the living process. We're at the brink of a new understanding of the existence of matter inside us and around us. For instance, the matter of which we've been formed, the dust of the Big Bang when this universe began, may have the basic quality of consciousness. As if such questions were not already overpowering, we also face the issues then of the nature of all the other matter that lies beyond this planet of ours. Can we be living in the only tiny bit of space, our Earth, that contains matter with consciousness, when a universe pulses around us with its 100 to 200 billion galaxies, their stars and their planets? Consciousness, indeed, raises the question of the nature of matter everywhere. So often, a poet like Mary Oliver seems to get it. The abiding questions of matter and life and consciousness, as in her poem, "Do stones feel? Do stones feel? Do they love their life? Or does their patience drown out everything else? When I walk on the beach, I gather a few white ones, dark ones, the multiple colors. Don't worry, I say, I'll bring you back. And I do. Is the tree, as it rises, delighted with its many branches, each one like a poem? Are the clouds glad to unburden their bundles of rain? Most of the world says, no, no, it's not possible. I refuse to think to such a conclusion. Too terrible it would be to be wrong. May your day be bright with wonder. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Carrie, for those inspiring words today. We gratefully acknowledge all who work together on this service. We have already greeted our people on Zoom today, Ben and Joanna, and we want to thank all of you who have been here and in the Zoom room who are sharing our service. This service has been amazing as we've been reminded that we are stardust. And Tom reminded us that this week is the winter solstice, the longest night, and so we're now moving into the days will get a little bit more light every day after this, the 21st. And we've been reminded that there's consciousness everywhere, from the animals, our new kitten, our new pets, to the stones, and into all the planets and so forth. And so may we, as we go forth, send love and acknowledgement to everything around us, to life and all the joys of this world and of living. So thank you. Now please join the choir in singing. Oh no. Okay. Oh yes. Oh. It's time to check your order of service. Okay, yeah, sorry.
That's okay. So the open mic will not be happening this Friday, and next Sunday is going to be a special Christmas-oriented, well, I should say winter holiday-oriented service. There will be, Reverend Ben Myers will be talking about the 4 major holidays that happen, and we'll be singing a lot of carols, so hopefully you can come and join us. Thank you.
Go ahead. Sorry. Oh, okay. We extinguish the flame of this chalice at this time. Please read with us the words in your order of service.
We extinguish
The flame of this chalice, but not the warmth of love, the light of truth, or the energy of service. These we carry in our hearts until we meet again. Now for our final song, we form a circle around the hall and sing together hymn 155, Circle Around for Freedom. Did you want to? Okay.
Okay. Can you reach me?
Wait until everybody's hand plays.
Eat bread and understand comfort. Drink water and understand delight. Visit the garden where the scarlet trumpets are opening their bodies for the hummingbirds who are drinking the sweetness, who are thrillingly gluttonous. For one thing leads to another. Soon you'll notice how stones shine underfoot. Eventually, tithes will be the only calendar you believe in. And someone's face whom you love will be as a star, both intimate and ultimate. And you will be both heart-shaken and respectful. And you will hear the air itself like a beloved whisper, "Oh, let me for a while longer enter the two beautiful bodies of your lungs." Go in peace. Namaste.
Circle round for freedom, circle round for peace, for all of us in prison, circle for release, circle for the planet, circle for each soul, for the children of our children, keep the circle whole.
Go in peace.
Hello. We're all invited to stay and enjoy some refreshments.